Hi, this is Chef Inspire. I'm here today to talk to you about mental projection. Now, what is mental projection? Mental projection is the ability to be able to project yourself into a future situation and go through that whole situation in your mind before you actually physically go through it. It was said that the best way to predict your future is to create your future. The law of polarity, which is one of the universal laws, states that everything is created twice. First it is created in our minds, and then in the natural. So it is important for us to become the creators that source has put us on this earth to be. We have the ability to be able to mentally project ourselves into any situation that we choose and to dictate the outcome of that situation by just thinking about it. Mentally projecting ourselves into the place that we want to be. If you look around your life right now. Look around the things that you are actually doing. The place where you live, the car that you drive, the person that you are with, your mate, the people that you have in your life. All of these things were created first in your mind, and then they were created in reality. You are mentally projecting yourself whether you believe it or not. Whether you believe it or not, whether you are conscious of it or not, you are doing it. You are mentally projecting yourself into the situations, into the life circumstances that you have right now. It is not accident. Nothing is an accident. Everything is created. You can either create it intentionally or unconsciously, but you are the creator. Let me give you a for instance. If you are going in for a job interview, now not just any job. Now this is the job. This is the job that will pretty much change your whole economic life. It is your purpose job. It is the job that will help you to fulfill all of the deep yearnings that you have inside of yourself. You have to have this job, or you have to have this position. What you do is to mentally project yourself going on interview. But before you start the mental projection, you must do the physical due diligence. Now, what is the physical due diligence? I check on the position. I find out about the company. I do my research on what their mission statement is. What is important to them? What is their motto? What is their business plan? What is important to that company? I do my homework and I study and I physically write down the things that are really, really important. And I make my notes and I carry my notes with me. Also, I write down a list of questions that when I go into the office, these are the questions that I'm going to ask the interviewer. So I've already prepared physically, and I've written down the questions. I've written down the questions that I'm going to ask the interviewer. Now it's time for me to mentally project myself into receiving that job. Not just going for the interview. I'm projecting myself receiving it. It is already mine. It is mine. So what I do as I close my eyes, I envision myself walking into the facility. I'm dressed to the T. I'm not only physically ready and mentally ready, but I'm sharp. I'm ready. I'm ready to take on this challenge. And not only am I ready to take on a challenge, I am going to smash this interview. When I walk out of there, they're going to say, that is the person that we need for this position. So I visualize myself walking in. I visualize myself going into the room, introducing myself, smiling, grabbing the hand of the interviewer, firmly shaking the hand of the interviewer, waiting for him to sit down first before I sit down, showing him a sign of readiness. Once he sits down, I look him in his eye and I open up my notes that I have prepared. And I'm not afraid to look at my notes because that's why I wrote them down. I wrote them down so that I won't miss anything. So as he is asking me questions and I am rattling off the answers with power and authority because I am prepared mentally, I am prepared physically, and I am prepared spiritually for this interview. The interview goes off perfectly. It lasts an hour. After the interview is up, I ask my questions. I shake the interviewer's hand and I tell him, look him in his eye and said, I am so grateful that I have this opportunity to interview for this position. I believe this position was created for me. And I believe that I am an asset to any employer who would give me the opportunity to do this position. I visualize myself doing all these things. I visualize myself shaking his hand, walking out of the office, going to my car, saying, yes, I nailed it. And as I go to my car, as I drive off, I go home, I prepare a thank you letter for the interview, and then I get back into my visualization state or my mental projection state and project myself into the future, listening for the phone call, waiting by the phone for the phone to ring so that I can get the message from that person saying, we would like you to come in and to meet with our executive director to discuss a position with our company. I see all of these things before I even get to the interview. I see it. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I have mentally projected myself into that position. I see it from start to finish. I see me walking in on my first day, them welcoming me to my office and sitting me down, me bringing in my stuff and putting my pictures in place. This is the power of mental projection. You are creating your life. You can do it deliberately, or you could do it unconsciously. The more you practice this mental projection, the more powerful you will become at doing it. And the more powerful you will become at doing it, you will get to the position or to the place where you will be able to mentally project yourself into any situation you want in your life. Just like I said at the beginning, the best way to predict your future is to create your future. You are the creator. You are the person that should be creating your life. That should be mentally projecting yourself into positive situations with positive people, prosperous, successful situations. I hope you get this. If you get it and you practice it, guess what? Nothing will be a mistake anymore. Your life will be orchestrated, and it will be orchestrated by you mentally projecting yourself into any situation that you desire. I hope you get this. I hope you got it. If so, your life will be good. This is Chef Inspire saying, get it, got it, good. Have a blessed day. Mentally project yourself into your future, the future that you desire. God bless.